sit down.
Oh, yes. It is fantastic, fun-filled Friday. Good morning, everybody. Mornings with Andy is here. And guess what? I showed that two friends had a dream. And that's because I'm not flying solo today. I've got my buddy in the field, the guy that would follow me into the foxhole. Oh, there he is. Dennis.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, little man. Well, hello. How are you?
I think this is going to be the 5-inch show.
This is the 5-incher. 5 inches, all they need to feel satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
pan back.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Oh, and we're dressed in the gear that we wore when we got our 5 inches of gloriousness.
And you know, the funny thing is we didn't even call each other and say, let's do it. It was purely coincidental.
It was. Let's say hi to the chat. First up is Devil Flyer. Hey ho. Good morning, AJ. Pedro, hail Comicsgate. Comicsgate forever. Let's see. Rick is in the house. Prater, hello. Lock It Up Inc. Thank you for joining the show. Look at everybody. AJ says, I see it's a no sleeves kind of morning.
That's right.
It is. That's because you can see all those empty boxes behind Dennis. He's got a lot of work to do today, so he's not rolling up his sleeves and getting to work. He's just not even wearing sleeves. He's skipping the middleman and having to roll them up.
So if you guys could see, I got this side done. So I still got some boxes left to go, and then I've got all of these piles of everything left to go. So I got a ways to go, but it's starting to get there. I'm hoping by the end of this weekend, my man cave will be done, back in order, and ready to go, awaiting new comic books.
And then he has to come over here and do my 5 boxes that are sitting right there. So, I mean, the work just never ends for Dennis. But yeah, I'll pay him.
I feel like my arms are tired because I feel like Atlas. I'm always holding up this relationship over my shoulders.
But I'll pay you with a nice milk stout beer.
See, that's how you get me every time.
I will buy you 1 beer per box. That's 5. So, in fact, I will buy you a 6-pack as a tip.
There you go. There you go. So we know what we'll be doing on Wednesday.
See you over here. So, yes, welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you. My subscriptions are going up on the channel. Thank you guys so much for that. That is beautiful. I love it. I'm 120 backers away now from 1,000. 5 boxes should be no problem after all. That's what I'm saying. It's like a vacation for them.
Well, that's what I don't understand. He's already got all the hard part done, and that was building the boxes. He just got to stick books in there. Come on. How hard
Dennis
can that
is the
be?
guy on Van Halen 5150 album holding up the friendship. It's true.
It is.
Stat Zero in the house. Hello. So today we thought, because you're like 7:35, Smith, what are you doing? You know, it's because I've got to taxi my daughter to work. So we're on this early. And we thought we would talk about, are they going to kill Superman again? And there's various theories running around on why they would do this. Of course, there's the big theory of going, oh, it's the 30th anniversary, so maybe that's it. Which, I'll be honest, Dennis, if that was, I don't think that's the true reason behind it, first and foremost, if they do end up killing him again.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they would even, well, I will say it's hard in the internet age to keep things under wraps because just too many people talk, you know?
I've heard a lot of different theories on it. And honestly, the one I think that I tend to agree with the most, and it was kind of my inkling, Shane Davis put out a pretty good video. And I thought his take was pretty solid on it. You know, they're not just looking to kill Superman. You know, his numbers are slumping, you know, so it's not just to boost the numbers, but it looks like they're going to make Jonathan the new Superman, and you know they're going to kill him off to try and boost a little numbers, but ultimately to make it, because that's going to be the new Superman, because their rights come due. You know, they've got a decade to completely rework Superman and get it before it's public domain. I think that theory holds the most water out of any of the ones that I've seen. That doesn't necessarily mean it's right, but it seems the most plausible, and they're playing the long game right now. And unfortunately for me, that is not the long game direction I want to see.
Well, no. I mean, if they're trying, if we go with your theory, or that theory, I should say, since it's been bandied about by a few people now online, that they're doing it for, you know, potentially, oh no, we could lose Superman, so let's build up Jonathan Kent as the new Superman. You know, as a long game ploy, we were talking about this before. I really think that that's just an epic fail, because if I'm a Superman reader, which I am, I mean, well, I'm not going to put myself in that category just because I don't buy it month in and month out. I like, I'm sure there are Superman fans out there that are like you with X-Men, where they buy everything Superman. They've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, and I know guys like that.
Right. Let's see. I've said this elsewhere. I think they gave Superman comic book title to John Kent instead of Action Comics so that people would start associating John as having the title of Superman. Oh, I agree.
I agree too.
And what I was getting to is, I really think if that's what they do, and they, like when they first killed Superman back 30 years ago, we all knew he was coming back. It took a year. They introduced 4 new Supermen with Superboy and Cyborg Superman, and
in my humble opinion, that was
Eradicator and whatever. They're not, I don't see that happening. I see if they do bounce them and they try to build up this Jonathan Kent, I think it's a perfect point for the long-term Superman buyers to go, thank you very much. You just made my decision easier. I'm out. And I think sales drop. I don't think they pick up at all. Now, there might be a bump on the issue he dies. You know, there very well could be a bump on that issue. I mean, look, I'll be honest, I might buy it, you know. But I think after that, they don't keep increasing. I think sales go down. I think they lose readership. And I do. I think the overall part of them doing this is because of copyright stuff. You know, there are other copyrights through other companies coming up. I believe, isn't Mickey Mouse one of them?
Yeah.
Through Disney. And you know, when you think back, the fans don't matter till the bill comes due. That's true.
That is exactly right.
And, Rick brought up a good point too. The more they do it, the less meaning it has. 30 years ago, it was a big deal when they did it because it was like, whoa, even though, like we said, we knew he was coming back, it was still a pretty big shock to the system that they did it. Now, comic book deaths don't mean shit. Even if it is a plan to go, okay, they're going to bring him back, who cares? Superman Cal has radiation poisoning and is losing his powers. I saw a page that looked like that. Authority book. I know the book you're talking about. I think my best friend has been buying Hulk since '85 and has only enjoyed it sporadically since the Peter David run, yet he can't stop buying it.
It's a disease.
You do. You got to cut the cord. Look, I'll be honest. I've been buying Savage Dragon since day one. Do I enjoy it as much as I did even 5, 8, 9 years ago? Not really. I think for Savage Dragon, at least, it's just not the same as it was, but I still buy it because at least from the visual look of it, it still has the feel of comic books the way I liked them the most, which was the mid 80s, early 90s, big splash pages, title page, things like that. And it's that one book I get. Now, if I got 15, 20, 30 books a month, then Savage Dragon might have been on the chopping block because it's, free up money for something else. But I don't. So what the hell? What's that?
See, I'm kind of in that boat now with the X books. And I think you guys know that, those of you who follow us on the other channel, it's a woke government fund. As Ethan said, yeah, they can go chase that horse. I'm going elsewhere. Hail Comics Gate. Yeah.
It's true. And there is something behind that. If you do the research on it, there is definitely something behind not backdoor, but the government funding aspect of them basically saying, hey, if you incorporate this X, Y, and Z into your product, whether it be comics, young adult novels, film, TV, whatever, you might qualify for some government money.
Yes. Basically taking away all the important things for a nuclear family. They don't want those values taught. So if we'll give you extra money if you write around that and don't put that into it.
It's true. Who can afford to be a Marvel Zombie or DC Deadwalker? That's true. And of course, the most important point is we can mourn the dead or pay attention to those still here. Like First Man. Exactly, guys. Get your copy of First Man now. First Man Volume 2. In fact, let me see something here that I can show you guys a little sneak peek for those that didn't see it that I tweeted out yesterday. Let me chuck us to the side. Look at that. This is a portion of a page. It's not the full page because I don't want to show the full page, but it is a portion of the page. First Man and Adonis duking it out. Dun, dun, dun. Does he have First Man on the ropes? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to go buy the book. Bam, punching down. First Man's like, I can punch you back. Oh, shit, I missed. You are fast. Adonis is like, kapow! So you want stuff like this. No SJW bullshit in this book. This is the one you want. Just follow that link or the link in the description below, and you will get it. There's my pitch. Let's see. First Man, Volume 2, Learning Curve. Damn right. Do you like the pro-left Savage Dragon covers? Brandon for No, I can't stand those covers. If I have a choice of covers, when Eric does that, I buy the variant cover that isn't pushing any type of agenda. Because, look, I'm not going to be drawing a First Man cover with, Trump or DeSantis or anything like that on it. To me, it has the cover should be about the story. Those covers aren't about the story, So no, I don't support those. I think they're stupid. I thought it was stupid when Marvel put Obama on the cover with Spider-Man. Now, if Marvel would have done that when Trump won in 2016, then I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fair and balanced. But and Marvel doesn't have to be fair and balanced. They're not a news company, but hey, here's a way to piss off your fans or 50% of your readership. So yeah, that was dumb. It's like that book that Dennis has in his collection that I know he cherishes, Faith, with the Hillary Clinton cover. That is a book that Dennis bought for $1 whole, and I know he cherishes it to this day.
Just tell him why, Andy.
Because we were at a dollar sale and Dennis found it and said I had to have it.
No, the real reason, Pinocchio.
What?
Yeah, I had to run to the bathroom, and so I gave Andy my stack of comics, and I said, here, just watch them. He found the book in the dollar bin, and while I was in the restroom, he snuck in Hillary Clinton in the middle of my stack, and he goes, "Oh, Dennis, what books did you buy?" And I says, "Well, here's what I'm getting." I kind of named him off, and he goes, "Is that all you're getting?" I should have known he was up to something. And then as the guy was checking him out, I wasn't paying attention. I was chatting. So we get outside, and he goes, "Damn, Dennis, is that all the books you got?" So I started looking through them. Sure enough, that son of a gun, I had to pay $1 for Hillary Clinton. That is $1 too much.
That's more than Bill would pay. AJ Tom has a great point. 2 people need to buy me a beer, because you can do that on my campaign. If you've already backed the campaign, but you're like, I want to buy that Smith guy a beer because he's awesome, you can do that, or back the book. I have been stuck at $13 away from 37K for several days, and I need to break that I need to break that glass ceiling like Kamala Harris did, becoming the worst vice president in history. Except this will be one of the best books you ever buy.
Is that really a ceiling, or is that more of a floor? A sugar glass floor?
The Kamala fell through?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's awful.
See, they liked your gag. They liked the fact that I spent $1 whole in support of Hillary Clinton. Boy,
I liked my gag too. I thought it was wonderfully done. Actually,
he brings it up often enough, just so you know.
The fact that you're not more supportive of it is ridiculous. So that's our 2 cents. It wasn't a lot on this issue, but I thought we'd do it. Let's check out some other comic news on the fly. This is the segment of the show we call On the Fly, where I go to a website like Bleeding Fool. We see things and we go, let's see if there's anything to talk about. Paramount pushes back their planned Star Trek and Transformers films. That can't be good to Dennis. Oh, wait, here we go. Update on the DC story of Superman. DC writer responds to angry fans about Superman being killed off. John Kent, the bearer of Superman mantle, has been the subject of lots of DC's comics press releases lately, including his sexuality and romantic life. At the same time, his father Kal just departed Earth with his new team, the Authority, for the treacherous and deadly War World, a planet-like space station populated by the world's worst warriors and criminals. In the midst of all this, DC's just changed Superman's iconic motto from truth, justice, in the American way to truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, demonstrating the publisher's more globalist approach it comes to their new Man of Steel. With John Kent left to protect Earth while his father Clark goes on a mission to dethrone the terrifying Mongol. Warworld's alien tyrant book burn, Dennis. Yes. Has Dennis had the CG book? No, it's out being graded right now. That's my Christmas gift for him. Thanks for ruining it, AJ.
It absolutely is not. Matter of fact, on real bad comic books are ones I have lots of. When I wrap up Christmas gifts and stuff, I can use them for wrapping paper.
Not you, bastard. So Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's the writer of action right now in Superman, and I will mention, I've known Philip for a number of years now, and he also writes Alien for Marvel, which I haven't read, but Dennis said is very good. Philip has done a lot of independent comic work before he got into DC, he's a good writer. Let's be honest, the way comics are written these days is more by committee, from the standpoint of the higher ups go, this is what we're doing, this is direction we want to go, here's your marching orders, go make the story work, compared to back in the 80s and 70s and stuff where there was always that collaboration between editor and writer, but generally it was between editor and writer, not higher ups above the editor kind of mandating down, this is what we want, go do it, writing monkey. So I'm sure that this was dumped on Philip's plate, as in, this is what we want you to do it. But he says, I've been hearing a lot from Superman fans who are scared by all the recent speculation that World is part of some shady backdoor corporate plan to replace Clark as Superman. To those fans, I don't know how to ease your worries without spoiling what's coming. And I can't do that, but I love Clark as much as you do. Keep reading. I promise we won't betray you. Superman is forever. Well, that doesn't really say much of anything. Sorry, Philip. Got to call it out. That doesn't say anything. I get that you can't come right out and say, we're not killing him. And you can't come right out and say he's going to die, but he's going to come back. I totally understand you can't say that. You're just saying, you love Superman and Superman's forever. Well, yeah. And Superman could be forever with his son. I mean, honestly, Jonathan Kent could become Superman. And yeah, that's how it goes on. I mean, it's like, Dennis is forever. Yeah, living on through his son, maybe, whatever, because Dennis does have a son. And 5-inch. Andy is forever.
This is why
I
he
might
will
die
live on forever.
I might leave this mortal coil, whatever you say, but if you bury this little son of a bitch next to me and dig it up 20 years from now, I will be bones and ugliness because of going the way that I would. But this bad boy will look just like he does right now.
That's right. I had to steal mine from my wife because she was in the shower, so I took it off her desk. She's lucky.
I bet Jonathan Kent could actually suck a golf ball through a garden hose. I think he could too. He's got that super breath. Savage Dragon model. And you're right. That is true about Savage Dragon. But Eric has always done Savage Dragon in real time with the characters aging. So Savage Dragon was basically 30 years ago. So the character's aged. He's killed him off. He has a son. So that doesn't bother me. But in comics, there's this weird thing that happened. Hold on. Let's see. Stat Zero says, I don't think they care about the character so much as the most recognizable symbol in the world next to the cross. True. Remember in comics, we can bounce this for a second. I remember going back once again to reading comics in the 80s and in back issues and stuff. The things they would update were the visual things. And what I mean by that is Peter Parker was a high school kid. He became Spider-Man. He would go on adventures, fight villains, blah, blah, blah. 10 years later, Peter Parker or Spider-Man was what, 1962 or 61?
61, I think. Amazing Fantasy.
61. In 1971, guess what? Still a high school kid. Still a high school kid as Spider-Man. But what did they change? Well, they had to change certain things. You have to draw the modern cars at the time. Cars changed in 10 years. Modern clothing, that changes in 10 years. But they almost treated it like a comic strip in the paper, where in the paper, the comic strip characters don't age. The jokes will go along with what's happening in current time. So Spider-Man stories would go along with what's happening in current time. But he didn't go from 16 in 1961 to 26 in 1971. And then in 1981, 36. He was still the high school kid. You know what I mean, Dennis?
I do. It's very much like The Simpsons or South Park. I mean, Still in fourth grade, And what, The Simpsons are now on season 32?
32, something like that. Actually, maybe longer, because I think they debuted. 32, wasn't it?
Well, they debuted on the Tracy Ullman show, because I actually remember that.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes me feel old. But yeah, that was a long time, and the basic art looks the same. I mean, it's a little more refined, but other than that, it's the same premise. They're still in school. He and Lisa together. Maggie's still a baby. 32 years later. So
right, and that's
don't
how
have a
comics
problem
used to
with
be.
that.
Right, and that's how comics used to be. And if somebody wants to create a book like Eric did and go, this book's going to take place in real time, I mean, that's fine. It's his book. Yes, Eric has a universe of characters with Freak Force and the other characters in the Savage Dragon world. So all that applies to them as well, but it's not nearly as deep and as thick as Marvel Comics is. So, having Peter now basically used to own a company and now he doesn't, and it just, I don't know.
Yep.
I think it's better just to not do any of the aging and stuff. If I'm still doing First Man 10 years from now, he might slowly go through college, but it's not going to be in 4 years. He's a freshman in college now. 4 years from now, he's not going to be graduating college. And that's true. Mods agree. First Man 2 is a winner. Exactly. First Man 2, that reminds me of a commercial break where, look at this. You can get First Man 2 Learning Curve and the Andy Smith, Art of Andy Smith Black Book from me as well. 112 pages, hardcover, featuring some of my best art over my 30-year career. But more importantly, First Man Volume 2, 64 pages, square bound. And if you miss Volume 1, have no fear. There's a tier for that as well. You can get them both. And if you already backed it, you can get this swanky ass t-shirt. Show your true love for First Man coming when people are like, whoa, look at those colors popping. That's the hero we need. He stands for truth, justice, in the American way. And when you walk by,
how
there'll
many
be
colors
like,
is that? Is that a 10 color print?
That is a 10 color print on that shirt.
Look at those
High
10
quality.
colors.
Very high quality right there. Vic Bridges is awesome. Love it. Eric should have Andy do a Powerhouse miniseries. I love Powerhouse. That's the character with the chicken head. I like Savage Dragon and Eric's work for a long time, but look at those two books and look at those two shirts. Nope, just one shirt, double-sided for your pleasure. Color of First Man on the front, and on the back, you got Penumbra looking all fine as you walk away. Are you reading or getting Larson's Aunt? I got issue 1. He's doing a different style, which is more open. And let's be honest, he's doing that different style. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say the guy's drawing 2 books a month now, Ant and Savage Dragon. That's a lot of work. So I'm going to say he's doing that different style, which is simpler because he's doing 2 books a month. I don't know if I'm actually going to get issue 2. I might actually go the Dennis route and get 1, 2, and 3. And if I'm still interested at issue 3, keep buying it. I thought
it was all right.
Early to tell with just one issue. So
I thought issue 1 was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. Double-sided for your torso pleasure. Exactly. That's a great slogan right there. So it is double-sided for your torso. Oh my God, I've got a couple things arriving from eBay today. Well, would you look at that? Fantastic. Goodies. Let's see what else is going on at Bleeding Fool. We talked about that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Superman. I don't have my
I'm kind of on that whole thing with the X titles right now. I get them because I feel like I have to get them all, still do. But I am getting dangerously close to that border. And then we have Bob McLeod on our show the other night, and I started having all the good feelings washing back over from the old New Mutants. And I'm like, that is just such good stuff. And then I open up today's New Mutants and I go, oh, all those good feelings just wash away.
Here, this is pretty fun. So I'm talking about Eternals. Wait. So, Andy, is that Don Newton pencil piece high res enough? It is. I just have to find the time to do it. But thank you for showing me that. Rolling Stone says, the hot gods of Eternals will bore you to death with their feelings. Yet even when the Eternals fight amongst themselves, they're boring about it. Eternals is so busy showing off what it can do, where it can go, that it bypasses and overlooks what it really has to offer. A good movie, maybe? With Eternals, this is from the San Francisco Chronicle. With Eternals, Marvel is scraping the bottom of the barrel. There's a gay Eternal, a deaf Eternal, and 3 Asian Eternals played by Kamal Nanjiani, Don Lee, and Gemma Chan. And the inclusion is welcome, which makes Eternals a virtuous production, but that's not the same as a good movie. Slam-a-damn-a-ding-dong. Let's see. Bleeding Fool tweets, isn't that the only reason people that haven't seen Eternals is giving it perfect 10 reviews? Tessa Smith originally tweeted, well, first of all, I saw it and placed it in my top 5 MCU movies. Well, you're an idiot. So for me, it is damn near perfect and not bad. But my point is, those people that are giving bad reviews who have not seen it because there's LGBTQ plus representation in a diverse cast. Yeah, that's the reason they're not seeing it. Or maybe it's just not maybe they've seen enough clips to go, yeah, this just doesn't look good.
Right. Or maybe they will fall asleep in the movie for 10 minutes, like Andy.
Yeah, I fell asleep for 10 whole minutes. I wonder if they are allowed to criticize this because Disney abandoned it and doesn't care. Doomcock put out a video, and it sounds like they're putting all Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars projects on hold. That would be a Christmas present, early Christmas present.
Well, and it sounds like Bob Chapek is feuding, now it looks like openly, with Kevin Feige about the Marvel Universe. He called them out in multiple meetings. And apparently Bob Chapek asked Kevin, well, now that you killed off Tony Stark, who's going to be the flag carrier to want people to watch the Avengers? And of course, Kevin Feige said, well, I'm having Riri Williams become Iron Man. To Bob Chapek's credit, he knew exactly who she was and goes, so you're telling me we're getting rid of Robert Downey Jr. and we're having a girl become Iron Man who couldn't even sustain more than 12 issues in a comic book. That's how you're going to get people to see our movies.
Now, I will say this to play devil's advocate. Let's say they didn't kill Iron Man. I mean, do you think part of killing Iron Man was Robert Downey Jr. saying, I don't want to do it anymore?
Right, but then you don't have Iron Man. I mean, they
but my point is
Captain Marvel as the new flag bearer.
My point is this: if the actor says, "I've done it for 10 years, I'm out," do they recast? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is if Kevin Feige wanted to come back to that boss man and say, "Look, man, Robert Downey Jr. was out. What did you want me to do?" Is the correct answer recast?
Well,
or is it great? Have Don Cheadle take over as War Machine, but we'll slide him in and say, look, do a story where he becomes Iron Man and we dump War Machine because that's not as people don't understand.
3 parts to it. That was the first part of his question. Part number 2 is then you're taking the beloved characters that the fans like. So you've got the Hulk, who Banner can't even turn into Hulk because he's scared. And then you got Thor, who was fat, drunk Thor wandering around. While it was kind of cute, you're taking all of the main characters that our fans love and pay money for, and you're destroying them and then like replacing them with other characters. And we'll find out. We'll see what happens with Love and Thunder because we know that Jane Foster is going to become Thor.
This is an interesting theory. The multiverse is coming so they can bring Iron Man back with a different actor. I don't know, man. That seems like a lot to do in the movie. But who knows? That would be a fantastic, honestly would be a great surprise if they actually cast the new actor as Iron Man from a different universe and they bring him in. You know, if it's a good actor, that would be cool.
The problem is you got to replace Robert Downey Jr. was somebody who's equal to the task. There aren't many that have that type of charisma. And I mean, honestly, Robert Downey Jr., he didn't have to act. He played the perfect drunk millionaire because it was his persona and he played it to a role. Who else could we get out there that would fill that role? That would be the question and the key.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we can replace the Hulk because Lou Ferrigno's still out there and Lou's still looking good.
Yeah, no, Lou can't play the Hulk. I mean, come on now.
Oh, come on, Andy.
Come on.
If
now.
you can get CG'd at the beginning of your show to look like Dominic, I'm pretty sure Lou Ferrigno can still be worked on.
Look like Dominic? That was me. What the hell are you even talking about?
Randy Quaid. I love Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid is Iron Man. Wait a second. Isn't Randy Quaid dead?
What?
No, he's not dead. Wait. Let me see. Now I got to look. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. No, he's still around. Holy shit. Did you know Randy Quaid is 6'5"?
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, I see that. Damn. Yeah, no, he's around. Okay.
He's taller than Dennis. He's taller than his brother.
Yeah. I see that. Dennis is 6 feet straight up. So, holy crap. Damn, there was something I was going to... Carrot Top is Hulk. There you go. Comparing Rob Dent to drunk rich guys like comparing Ryan Reynolds to snarky a-hole. Speaking of, Red Notice comes out on Netflix today. That's the Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Gal Gadot movie on Netflix. I've heard somebody say that if I want to watch a movie where 3 people basically play themselves, you know, or have no interest in it because of that, I don't mind it because, that's perfect. Rosie or Whoopi Goldberg. No, Whoopi Goldberg would be the Blob.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Whoopi Goldberg could play the Blob. So I'm looking forward to Red Notice. I think it'll be interesting. I think it would it's just a fun movie. You're going into it knowing that these guys aren't really, doing a stretch for playing the characters. You know, they're just like, hey, I'm playing myself, whatever. That's right, Devil Flyer. Hit the like button and subscribe. 1,000 on the way. Yes, people, please do that. That would be fantastic. And like Asian women say, me love you long time. If you subscribe to my channel, me love you long time.
No, I would say Rosie O'Donnell. I don't think she was going to be in that. I think she tried out for Fred Dukes.
Hey, here's a question for you. Guys, we're just going to talk a little football real fast. What do you think of Odell Beckham going to the Rams?
Incredibly boring sets. They are. I think I agree with Prater.
Yeah. So what do you think? Odell Beckham Jr., he's a Ram now. Are the Rams, Von Miller, Odell Beckham, are they building up to go, we are hitting the Super Bowl, damn it?
I don't know. Apparently he's being cut because he's not doing crap. He's not doing much in practice. He's not trying. He's just going out and doing the motions. So I don't know. Does it help them or does it hurt them? I mean, on paper, it looks like it helps them, but will it? How about Cam Newton signing with Carolina for $10 million, 4.5 guaranteed?
Oh, God, don't even get me started.
For half a season, our local team is shelling out Cam Newton. We're going to get more of the bonnet and the Thelma Louise, and we're going off the cliff again. It's a good thing I'm a Packers fan.
Well, it's like, let's see. I believe they're playing Arizona this weekend, which is like, wow. That, you're going to, I don't think they have a chance. So, That First Man, though, as the kids say, exactly. Go back, First Man now. First Man, Volume 2, Learning Curve. What's that? A commercial interruption? Well, I mean, I guess.
Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth. And now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these 4 people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2, Learning Curve.
To the depths of space. Oh, Comic Exposed. How about them Dolphins last night? Yeah, them Dolphins effing up my goddamn fantasy team.
I've got the Dolphins tight end. They threw to him 7 times and he couldn't catch a damn ball and they still won. So I got 0 points and already screwed my week.
Whatever, dude. I've got the Ravens quarterback as my fantasy quarterback and he did nothing for me. Nothing.
Did you get 0 points?
I got 10. Look at this comic creator.
10 points. Right. I got 0.
I tied this past week in fantasy football, which turned out to be a loss for me. Oh, that stinks. Dennis is playing his wife in fantasy football this week. Right now, she's winning, but Dennis is used to getting spanked by his wife. Ba-doom, doom.
But I'm still in first place. Still in first place.
Not after you get spanked by your wife.
That's okay. I get spanked all the time. Did you buy how many comics?
Did I what? Oh.
She goes, did you buy more comics?
You're like, yes, I did. Well, guys, that's going to be it for today. It's a short one because I have got to go. Wait, I want to show you guys one thing. I'm going to be doing a video. It's going to be a short 5-minute video flip through of this book, but I'll preview it here. Wait, what Sprader says? Wait, AJ wait, hold on. Well, good. Packers need at least one fan. Exactly. Anytime I see Cam Newton outside his uniform, I imagine Larry Zonka shaking his head. True. I mean, if anyone's going to spank you, then your wife isn't bad. Don't leave yet, Devil Flyer. I'm doing a short flip. I got to solo this one. I picked this up in San Diego back in 2008. I love the artwork in it. The Adventures of Captain Save-A-Hood and Peter Proper. Dun, 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 dun. Captain Save-A-Hood. This is a thin little book. I'm going to do a flip through of it to post up on my stream later. This cracked me up. I love the artwork. Unfortunately, I think it was a little one and done. I will show you the interiors when I do a little flip through of it. It's not long. It's only one. It's like an ash can. It's 8 pages. 8 pages. But I'm going to do a little video of it to show you guys. Devil Flyer says, where's my mouse? There it is. Devil Flyer says, do a short vid, Dennis, doing your boxes. Yeah, Dennis.
Oh, well, I've already built all my boxes.
Camera up. Well, actually, your camera's set up perfectly. You just angle it down, walk into the background, and be like, hey, guys, I thought I'd show you organizing some stuff in my new drawer boxes, and then you post the link in the description.
What do you mean? I'll just do it right now because I've already got.
At least it's not Save-A-Hooah. Oh, AJ says, show us the gun show. Look at these 8 pages. We will when I do my video later.
So that's the setup. I already got the ones on the right already completed. Those are my Xboxes. I think it's basically Wolverine through the X-Men. And then this side is going to be A through the beginning of W, A through like probably Wonder Woman.
SDA says, whoa, that's real? What are you talking about is real? Dennis's drawer boxes or Captain Save-A-Hood?
Yeah.
They're both real.
Yeah. So these drawer boxes work out pretty good because if you pick one up, they slide right in. I'll show you how they work right now. So that's what a drawer box looks like. And then I label them.
They slide in as easy as Ron Jeremy into Tracy Lords.
And then you just stick them in. And you can pull them out. So anyway, yeah, I already built all the boxes last night.
Fantastic. All right, guys, I got to roll. I got to go get my kid and take her to work. Thank you to Dennis for joining me on this wonderful Friday morning. And we will leave you guys. Remember, go back First Man 2 Learning Curve, $13 away. If 2 of you guys buy me a beer, I'm over 37. If one of you backs the book, over 37. Please help me get there. Share it around. I appreciate all of you. I love you all for your support. It's because of you that I'll be able to sit down and start inking another page today.
Oh, yeah.
So until next time, guys, bye, everybody.
Bye, and join us on our Wednesday night show.
That's right.